So you want to build a rotating camera mount on your bike helmet. Alright, here's my plan. I'm going to take my helmet, and I got these Velcro straps here, and they're going to hold this piece of aluminum in place on top of the helmet. Now the Velcro is going to let it shift around so that hopefully I can adjust its position a little bit. I'm going to drill a hole in that aluminum plate in the middle. I'm going to put this bolt through it, carriage bolt here, a couple of washers, a nylock washer on top, and around that is going to go this shaft, or the boom. The bolt's going to go through there, around about there. I've got my counterweight on the end. It's about 4 feet long right now. And I've got some kind of pseudo camera mount that's going to go on the end. Or if you've got a GoPro, that's even better. So there you go, there's the 3 starter holes. Alright, now I got my 4 sets of slots started here with the holes, the 3/16 holes. I'm going to try and file that flat. That's a whole lot easier than filing. There you go. Step in the right direction. There you have it. I got my 4 slots done and my square hole in the middle. And this is my, it's not a zip tie, it's Velcro tie. And it fits real nice in there like that. So we'll be able to hook that up to the helmet. So here's my build up. I got my plate, put my carriage bolt through there. Nice solid lock on that. I'm going to go with a lock washer next. 1/4 inch bolt. That'll be a nut. Take that baby down, not too tight. Boom. And then the plan is I'm going to go with a wider 1/4 inch washer, and then drill a hole through this boom here. And then I'm going to have another washer on top, and the nylock nut, which is kicking around here somewhere. I think the other thing I'm going to do before it's finalized is I'm going to put like a little rubber. Really got a little piece of rubber or something I'm going to put under there. Alright, I cut my little rubber mat here. I'm going to fold that and put it underneath this plate just to protect the helmet a little bit from the bolt head. And in retrospect, a countersunk head probably would have been an ideal choice for this, but I went for the leg, or for the carriage bolt, because, well, that's what I had. And I drilled my hole in the old boom here. So, hang on, I'm going to put my washer in first, and that's supposed to spread the load. Okay, probably be easier without the counterweight. And now I want my other washer and my nylock. And the reason I'm using the nylock nut is so that I don't have to crank it down all the way tight, because if you crank it down too tight, obviously you won't be able to turn. So I want to kind of crank it down so that to the point where it won't turn, and then come off just a notch. I'm going to take the clamp off the counterweight for now, since the camera's not on there. And there we go. So I'm anxious to see what that's like with the camera on there. Cool. The camera, the boom here, I've got this weird little clamp connection on the end for my point and shoot, my Canon point and shoot. And I mount it upside down mostly because of space. I mean, if this bracket was bigger, I could mount it that way, which would probably solve a lot of post-processing issues I have, but you know, whatever. So I happen to have yet another carriage bolt, 1/4 inch bolt will fit nicely into the camera hole here, your standard tripod mount. So I throw a washer on there, and then I put that into my little clamp bit, and using my third arm. I still got the clamps on the end of this thing, the counterweights, which is why it's being so difficult. hopefully it won't fall to the ground here. Let me just get this. Screwed in place. And then you take the nut on there, a 1/4 inch nut, and tighten that, and that holds the camera in place. Like that. Give me a little side shot there. So I'm just going to tighten that down with my crescent wrench. Not too much. Boom. And the nice thing about the clamp is you can kind of like stretch it a bit and to line it up just right with the helmet. So, it's back on the helmet. Where are you? Maybe so. No, it's okay. It's good. Alright, so now I'm going to put this thing on my head. And it's fairly well balanced. It just looks weird. So tighten up the back clamps, and you can see I got my camera there, which I could just barely reach with a little bit of a extension. Boom. And I hit my button. And shebang, I'm recording. Piece of cake, right? And I can turn my head, and the camera kind of stays there. Is that in frame? I don't know. Whatever. You can see it, can't see it, it's high, it's low. You dance around. Don't have to focus with it. Okay.